nothing but fishing thing.
Right, well it's 9:10 on April the 10th. Fishing on the main lake at Hunt Street. Currently looking out at probably about 20 tufties diving all over the place. Determined to find my rigs. So could be an interesting day. Ben's to the right of me. I'm in right double. He's in Ponderosa. It's looking good. I mean, quite a few fish have been coming out recently. Last couple of days have been a bit quiet, but yeah, it should be good. Trying out a different rig today. Hydroflex by Gardner, something that I've never used before. Because I've always used braids, but I thought I'd give that a try. And probably not the best lake to test rigs on because you blank at the best times. I've just had about 8 ducks, 8 tufties dive on my left rod. That's mental. Anyway, yeah, not a lot else to say other than we're fishing, and hopefully today's the day. The opening hours actually have changed. It's now the summertime hours, so you can get here at 5:30 and leave at 9:30 tonight. So we've got a little bit of darkness tonight, which is always a good time for a fish. So we're sticking out for the whole day. Hopefully we'll bag a couple. Well, bag one would be good. So here we have Ben. Boredom has set in.
No, it's not. I made him look really angry now.
Let's have a look at it so far, Ben.
Wait a minute.
He's drawing Gorgeous George onto my kettle. Well, scratching it in. So far he looks horrendous. Well, let's have a look. You'll have to hold it a bit closer to the camera, mate. That's like miles away. Hold it about here. Let's have it here.
No.
There we are. That's his drawing so far. Here we have the finished kettle. Described by Ben. Gorgeous George. Brilliant.
Yep. Right, we'll just pops onto the little back lake for a quick 2 minutes, and when I say 2 minutes, I mean 2 minutes.
Less than that.
Lowered the rig in, went off on my hands. Unfortunately, that come off, and then I've lowered it back in. Put the rod down on the floor, and it's whacked round. Oh, and we've got this little fella who's very lively. Happy days. Nothing like a bit of noddy fishing.
Right then, it's 15th of April and I've come surface fishing. The weather, glorious sunshine, and it's going to be all day. So the idea being, I brought 3 rods with me, so I've got 1 set up for surface, 2 for bottom. Not going to be using all 3 at once, of course, it's a 2 rod place, but plan being is that I'll have a few in the day on the surface rod, and as it comes to the evening, I'm going to hop onto the main lake and hopefully have something in the evening of a bit more size, because the fish on the main lake are, in the day, they have absolutely no interest whatsoever on bottom baits, so there's no point in trying from there. I mean, you can try zigs on the surface, but even so, confidence wise on zigs I'm not very high on, so I might try zigs on here with one of my surface rods out, just get some confidence up. But yeah, that's the plan. The reason I'm walking and talking and sounding extremely unfit is because I wanted to try out my new Steadicam. That's what I'm using at the moment. So hopefully this is looking really smooth. It's looking smooth, which is quite cool. So that's a new bit of gear that I want to be testing today, because yesterday it was my birthday, the 20th, and got a few presents. Today I've got a lot of birthday cake to get through. It's absolutely gorgeous sunshine. I mean, it's only just gone 8, it's probably about 8:30 in the morning, and already you can feel the warmth of the sun. So, should be a good day. I'm feeling confident. I always feel confident. It's just nice to be out in general. Anyway, let's see if I can turn the camera around. Okay, so I've got both rods out. Got one in the left margin and the other one towards the island. It's probably about 20 past 9 now. Last night actually went pretty cold, so the fish are yet to come onto the surface. The only place I managed to get them on the surface was in the little refuge. That's because they know they're safe there and they can sit on top there all day long and know that nothing's going to stop them. So yeah, both bottom baits out at the moment. I've got one of the new rigs on the left rod, and on the right rod I've just got a normal rig that I've used a lot, which I know's going to work. So yeah, breeze. There's like a slight breeze pushing into this bay, and the sun is glorious sunshine. It's really, really warm. And for this early in the morning, as soon as this sun's been up a bit longer, the fish are going to be all over the top, I hope anyway. And then I'll get my surface rod out. Here he comes.
Yes. Spot on, got it all on camera.
Yep. Well, buddy. About time. Yeah. This one isn't.
And this lens didn't see.
Yeah. Looks got foul look, because I didn't.
No, he definitely took it. He took it and the float started going away from you.
I feel tiny. It's going mental.
How fast it is!
Here we go. It's taken absolutely hours to get one. Trying to get them to feed on the surface has been a bit of a pain. Got them feeding in a few places, but as soon as the rod was out, they buggered off. Finally attempted this one to take, and the fish are still out there feeding, so I'll get him back quickly and hopefully have some more. But this one took the bait and went off like a rocket into the island, scared some of them off, but luckily they're still out there. Happy days, not a blank, finally had one. Let's get the rod back out there. Right, we just pick up all the stuff. Tom's with me to help me move, and as we were moving to swim, we came across this little bay and saw a few fish just sat under the surface. About 10, maybe 15 minutes, just mooching about in this swim. I had one literally just off the platform, plopped it just below his, in front of his head, and he came up and had it. Only a small mirror, but free line a couple of feet from the bank is pretty cool. This one was determined to balls it up for us as well. A good account for itself though. Oh, the comet. Oh, the mirror. You think it's a mirror? Yeah. Ready? Here we go, second fish. As I was just saying when I was playing the fish, we moved round. Well, I was going to move on to main lake because nothing was really happening on there, and I'd rather blank on there than blank on here. Although I've had one, that didn't make sense. Anyway, we saw some fish in this bay here, got them feeding, and in between the swan and the ducks trying to eat all the biscuits, there were a few fish taken, this being one of them. Beautiful comment. And yeah, it's the second fish, probably just double figures, really golden in colour. Beautiful fish, and he's about to go. So, one last hold up, and we're slipping back.
Put it in EV, right? 3 kippers spare. Put it in EV, 3 kippers spare, right? Well, no, you put it on for fish. You probably get 2 for the fish with it.
It's not happy about being hooked.
Yeah. Alright.
Here we go, it's taken absolutely ages to catch number 3. Moved on the bridge pool and I've been in this swim for probably over an hour, feeding dog biscuits. And you get the odd shoal move through, take a few biscuits and then they disappear. A few times I thought I'd just leave the swim, go somewhere else, but then they'd come back again. And as soon as I put my dog biscuit in, that was the one they'd left. They'd leave. But eventually this one slipped up right off the edge of the platform, got it on film, and he nailed it. And now he's being extremely wriggly on the mat. There we go. It's slipping back. So 3 fish off the surface. Happy days. Because I'm free lining a dog biscuit, the fish that are feeding are quite far out and I can't free line the biscuit by casting. So I'm making a small PVA bag with a few dog biscuits in a stone, just to cast it out there. And then obviously when the PVA bag dissolves, biscuits come up along with mine, right where I want it, but I'm still using the free line display. Put the surface controller back on, and we're in. Can't let him get round there. Like I was saying, I've literally just put the surface controller back on. Second cast, or first, I'm not sure actually, I think it's second cast actually. And this one's absolutely nailed it. It's obviously a good idea to put the controller back on. Here we go, fish number 4. As I was saying, I was casting out a PVA bag so that the pop-up came up, well the dog biscuit came up. That wasn't really working, so I put a surface controller on. And second cast, this one nailed it. Completely slipped up. And it went straight for the refuge, so I had to lock tight and pull him out, and he came out fine. It's lovely, 4th fish. I think I might try and get one more and then I'm going to jump onto the main lake because there's fish still feeding out there. Cheers then mate, they're slipping back.
Do you have anything in Bridgeport? You know when Benny's up here next?
He's up here Friday.
Is he?
Here we go, here we go. Yeah, I was going to be coming with him, but I realised I got plans.
I might be up again Thursday.
Here we go, fish number 5. Finally had another one. It's I had about 4 or 5 missed takes. But eventually this one absolutely nailed it. Probably just about the biggest one of the day. About 12 pound I would have said. Got quite a broad shoulders on it. Well, the shoulders sort of bump up quite a lot. So I can see this fish grow into a bit of a bigger fish. But yeah, 5 fish. The fish are still out there. But I think it's about time I moved on to the main lake for the evening, like I said earlier. Hopefully pick up a big one, that'd be nice. But it's been a good day on here. I've had 5, so it's not a blank. That's 4 fish from this lake, 1 from Bridgeport. So if I can get one from main lake, it'll be 1 from every single lake. So it's going a bit mental now, so I'll put him back. Go on. It's now 5 to 6. I've been on main lake for about half an hour now. Got the right rod, just out from the margin, probably about a rod length or so, just under a willow tree. And the left rod is out in mid-water on probably about a 3.5, 4 foot zig. Fish are still mooching about. I did put it out on the bottom bait, but the fish were mooching about up and down, just under the surface. So I put a zig out on the left rod. I'm not sure if many fish have come out of main lake today. I think I know 1 for definite. But I'm not sure how many others. It's been a very hot day. I mean, I don't know if you can really see it on camera, but I am sunburnt. I'm red and then pale. So never thought I'd get sunburnt in April, but I have. As I say, it's 6 o'clock, so I've got about 3 hours fishing on here, which is the perfect time to be fishing on here. It's when a lot of the fish do come out. So yeah, I'll leave the zig out for probably about half an hour to an hour, and when the light properly starts to drop, I'll bring it in, put out another bottom bait. Right, so it's 8 o'clock, got about an hour's left fishing, maybe a little bit more than that if I push it, but pretty much an hour's left. No signs of fish, not really any touches, the odd bait, but the usual. I haven't seen any more fish come out. I think the bloke to the left of me had one quite soon after I moved into this swim. I haven't heard any alarms or anything, but it's getting to the time of night now where you'll start hearing rods going off. Hopefully it'll be mine, but if not, then I'm going to use this as the end vlog because I can't be bothered to get my video light out to do an end vlog later on. So hope you've enjoyed this session. This is all mine and Ben's session the other day, which was a blank. But then obviously I've had 5 carp today from, well, 4 from Withy and 1 from Bridge. So that's good fun. It wasn't a blank, but it'd be nice to have one from here, but if not, then this will be it. So cheers for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. On your way to fishing, always make sure you turn down your music when you get to the lake so you don't disturb other anglers. Unless of course it's drum and bass. After I was last up here, and it's only probably just gone about 10, just half 10, and I've already got fish feeding on the surface just out in front of me. Just getting them feeding confidently. I've got all the rod ready set up. I've got 1 rod out on the bottom already, but there's fish feeding out there, so I'm going to get the rod out in a second and hopefully have one. Tom's just around the corner from me fishing from on the top as well. Nearly time to get a rod in. Spot on. Yeah, we're in. I wasn't sure if he'd taken it, so I put the rod back down and the line went tight. I had about 6 mistakes, and then eventually I saw something swirl right on my bait. So I struck it thinking, thought, oh, it's another mistake, so I put the rod back down. And then the line just went all tight, so it obviously hooked it. I haven't seen it yet, but very welcome. Taking a long time to hook one. Here we go, first fish of the day. Beautiful common. Keeps holding his dorsal up, so hopefully he'll do it again. But I've had about 5 mistakes, as I said. They just didn't want to feed, like on my one anyway. Probably because I've had to use a size 8 hook, which is pretty big for surface fishing, but this one finally slipped up. Put up a good old scrap, as they all do on the float rod. Lovely, hopefully one of many. They're still out there feeding, so we're slipping back. Hopefully have some more. I would have just had a second one. Tom's in at the moment on a zig. Very small, so just quickly lift him out to show you. There we go. Only small. So I just slip him back. Look, one hand. Welcome all the same. Off he goes. Right. Let's go film Tom. Really like your camo white top. In this sunlight, you just can't see it.
No, I know, literally, I'm so camouflaged right now.
I got burnt again. I'm burning it.
Profile picture. You've got a proper lump inside them.
There we go. Is that your first sig?
First sig fish, yeah.
Right then, just had this lovely little common. I went off like an absolute steam train. First fish on a zig. Massive tail on him, about 5-6 pound or so I'd say. Lovely condition. And yeah, good hard fighting fish.
Crack in.
Just get on. Yeah, yeah.
See, look, you're trying to stop him going in there. The rod just bends all the way around. Here we go, fish number 3. This one absolutely nailed it again. I've been getting them feeding quite well now. This is the 3rd one in the space of about an hour. Tom's had one as well, so if the rest of the day carries on like this, then we're going to have a good old day. Lovely. This one probably slightly bigger than the other ones I've had. already just into, well, probably about 9, maybe £10. So lovely fish, all welcome. Let's get the rod back out there. Yeah. Here we go, fish number 4, and an absolute stunner. Only probably about £9, maybe £10. Quite long fish, but complete perfect linear on both sides. Only a little bit of damage. If Tom, do you want to pull up his dorsal? It doesn't really have a dorsal. That is it. And a little bit here. It's obviously had a bit of damage when it was younger, but completely healed over. It's just a flat back now. But stunning fish. Might just grab one picture of it and then slip him back. Here we go. One last look at him before we slip him back. Beautiful fish. There we go, fish number 5. He's a wriggly little bugger on the mat, so I'll be quick with him. But it's taken ages to get another one, but eventually this one slipped up and he's going to go again. So only small, probably about £4, £5 tops. So let's slip him back.
Fucking went some, that one. These guys are right in the opposite margin, man.
You want to take your bait runner off?
Back lip, yes. Oh, that like a nail right in the corner of the lip. What a little slap. What a net. Alright then, it's taken me quite a while to get this one. All the fish seem to have been in Joe's swim.
That's because I've been feeding them properly.
This one's again on the zig, right in the opposite margin. As close as I can get it without getting it in the tree. I did get it in the tree before the fish actually. But yeah, same sort of size as the first one, about £4 or £5. Again, went like a rocket.
He loves his rockets. Right, so I snapped up on one of them. I had a fish on that cracked me off. So I ran out of my artificial dog biscuits. So I just put on a little boilie trimmed down, brownish in colour, and put it back out and straight away had this one. This is fish number 6 for me. Different type of mirror from what we were having earlier. This one's really, really grey in colour. The scales are on the top. Really nice looking fish actually. So happy to have had a 6th. Tom's had his 2. He's just moved his zig round closer to where I'm surface fishing so that he can try and pick off some of these which aren't on the top all the time. Hopefully we'll both start having some more. But 6 fish so far. Great day so far. Let's get him back and hopefully have a few more. Cracking. Here we go then, fish number 6. Another small one. The average size has been about £7 or £8 a day. But 7 fish so far, ain't bad going. This one, I can't remember how it took it. I think it just went off like a steam train like most of them have been. But lovely, another mirror. Completely different to the mirror I just had before this, so you can see the 2 different strains. But beautiful fish all the same. Slip it back. So as you can see, I'm fishing towards the fish refuge. Casting it quite close because the fish are quite shy of coming out of the refuge. They know they're safe in there. So I'm feeding them all day. Just about got them feeding again since my last one. So it's going pretty well in this area. There we go, fish number 8, again another tiddler. Usually you catch a few doubles at least in a session, but I seem to be catching all the little ones. That's all I seem to get in this swim. But I can't complain, at least I'm catching. So fish number 8, let's slip him back. As you've seen, I've had 8 fish so far. It's been pretty manic. Like I said, I'm fishing over towards a refuge. I've actually got them to come out a little bit further now, which is better for me because then I don't have to really bully them to get them out. So it's going pretty well. Tom's had 2. He's just... What are you doing at the moment? Still zig fishing? Yeah, he's still got 2 zigs out. Hopefully picking off the fish that are sort of patrolling around the islands. Because obviously I've got them on the top, but they're not always on the top. Some of them drift off and go in other areas. So that's the idea for those. I have had a left rod out for the last few hours on a zig, but nothing. But to be honest, it's not really needed. Having 8 on this rod. It'd be nice to pick up something a little bit bigger because so far the average size has been about £6. So there are some nicer bigger fish in here. I mean, episode 101 you saw I had that big common and a couple of nice commons, and that was from around this area, so hopefully we can pick up something of a bit more size. Not sure what the time is, I'll check in a second. That'll be what me. Don't even know where my phone is. Oh. Yep, we're in again. Oh, that didn't take long. I was literally, it just hit the water and he took that. That's twice now. Those two casts, I got it ever so slightly closer to the refuge and they took it almost straight away. So as you can see, I'm into fish number 9. Literally just missed one as well. I cast out, got it quite close to the refuge. One took it just after it hit the water, but it didn't hook up. Put it back out. I was literally just turned the camera on, I think, and this one took it. So if this one gets in, this will be number 9.
Nope. Lovely job. Bit of better fish, isn't it?
Here we go, fish number 9. Number 9? Yeah, number 9. Probably one of the biggest ones of the day, and that's saying something about the average size, because this one's probably about 11, possibly 12 pound. So, been good fun. If I can get over 10 fish, then I'll be happy. Or 10 fish or more. So, been a good day. And every single fish has been absolutely nailed in the corner of the mouth. So, brilliant. Oh, I'm actually now using the size 10 quarter curve shank because I didn't have any size 10s. Tom let me have one. So.
One of my size 10s.
Yeah.
So this is partly my fish.
I'll let him have
2.5 I want that.
I think that's not mine in it, is it? Yeah, it's my fish has got yours, I'm afraid. I thought that might happen. It's coming towards you, that's why. He's found looked himself on your zig. Oh. See, that was a better size as well. You're really starting to piss me off, mate.
Two hit the side.
Here we go, fish number 10. Finally got it. I lost 2 in a row, and as you saw before, I had quite a nice double common on. Fortunately, it caught into Tom's zig, which was part of the risk of him putting the zig there. But never mind, it came off. But finally caught number 10, so into double figures on number of fish, and there's still plenty more to be caught. Baiting up a margin to be left for this evening. I think Tom's baiting up somewhere too. Lovely. Just get it back and hopefully have a number 11. Ready?
Yeah, man.
Here we go, fish number 11 for me. It's actually a really dark common. Again, only about 8, maybe 9 pound. It's not a monster, but light's starting to go a bit. It's not as warm as it was earlier, so getting the fish to feed on the surface has been pretty difficult the last hour or so. But this one slipped up. A lovely dark common. So that's 11 fish for me, and we've still got about 2 and a bit hours fishing left, so if we have a few more. Tom's now moved swim. I'll show you in a bit, and so hopefully I'll have a few more as well. It's just going up 7:30, and I just snapped off on the right rod again. Well, what was the surface rod. Fish took it and straight, it went off like an absolute train. Couldn't stop it, and as soon as it got into the refuge, it cracked me off, so lost that one. It's 7:30, so I could really get the rod back out, but I already had a bottom rod ready for this evening, so I've just stuck that one out now. If I hadn't have had as many fish as I had today, I probably would have put it back out, but I'm happy just to put the bottom rods out now and have a sit down. It's been a pretty full on day. So yeah, I've just put the right rod out on the bottom, but in the same place as where I was fishing on the surface. So if there's fish in the area, they should go down onto that. Tom's fishing 2 swims to the left. He's fishing 1 rod to where someone was fishing earlier. He put a lot of bait in when he left. Another one to the island. So kind of got this whole back area covered. So yeah, let's hopefully have some on the bottom.
Shotgun.
But anyway, it's been a good day for me.
For you. And I've had a lovely day enjoying the wildlife.
Including the new chicks, ducklings. Sarcastic smiles. They're the future of the duck breed, so we should support them.
Cut them down while they're young. Is that right?
Right, well, it's 8:30 now. Light's pretty much, well, it's on its way out, so I'm just going to do the end vlog now. Probably going to leave the rods in over 10, maybe 20 minutes. And then wind in and go home. I lost 2 carp. No, well, I've lost 4 carp now, I think. Or was it 5? So I just lost
5.
I've lost 5 carp, caught 11. Bottom rod went off about 10 minutes ago and I lost one then. So it's been a bit of a pain on the bottom. And you haven't really caught anything.
I've had 2, lost 2, I think.
Lose
1,
2, did you?
lost 1 odd.
So anyway, it's the end of the
Yeah.
session. There's no point in rambling on. Cheers for watching. And,
Comment,
yeah.
like and subscribe and all that good shit.
Oh, look at him going for it.